What's up? Welcome back to Faded Truth. Before you do anything, hit that subscribe button. This show is sponsored by The Drop LV. Whenever you're in Las Vegas, hit them up. One-stop shop. Smokes, bongs, pipes, sugar, merch. We got a bunch of shit. So we gonna roll up today, do a little product review. And today I got my man NoNameLn in the building.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm chilling.
Okay, so you're born in Aurora, Colorado.
Man.
So how was growing up there? Were you like in the middle of nowhere or no?
Nah, Colorado's a hell of a city. There's no country. It's weird. People think cowboys and shit when they think Colorado, but nah, it's city. Like, but nah, I grew up all over. That's the thing. I don't care about where someone's born. I care about like where they grew up. You know
okay.
You're being born in New York, but if you grew up in Louisiana,
right? New Orleans, you can't rep East Coast.
So, but for me, it was bad. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. I grew up in Denver, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado. I lived in Los Angeles. I lived in Miami. I lived in Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia. Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Like I literally grew up all over.
What do you call home?
I don't. I've never had a place that was just like, oh, this is home. This is where I want to stay. I've always had homes in multiple places. Just gotta go with the flow.
Are you a Libra?
I'm a Scorpio. It's on my face.
Oh, you got
It's on my face.
He said, I'm gonna let you know that I'm toxic. It's on my face.
No, yo, why people think Scorpios is toxic? What's going on with y'all?
You guys kind of hang on to shit.
My thing, I want to say that. See, this is why I say I don't believe that shit. Because I have the poem written on my chest. I've had this since 15. It says, I forgive you for doubting me. I forgive you for wishing the worst upon me. I forgive because a man is not a man till he begins to take on God. Likewise, I forgive, but I don't forget. So I want to say that I'm hold on to stuff, but I don't forget. So I will remind you, you know what I'm saying? That anyone should. I'm just letting it be a no. I know what it is. I'm past it. I'm not throwing it in your face or holding you accountable, but yeah.
What's your favorite tat?
On me? Probably that one.
Okay.
That or the piano notes. These are from Tupac's Changes. The part where he says, wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I bless myself?
That's the notes?
Yeah. That's the actual notes. Yeah, I did that too. I got this when I was 17. I had to be real thorough with my shit and make sure it actually has meaning. You know what I'm saying? I said there's maybe only 3 tattoos on my body that don't have meaning. And that was only because when I was learning how to tattoo, I was like, fuck it. This is going to be tight right now. Let's do it.
So that spoke to you, that line?
Yeah.
Did you have depression when you were younger?
Yeah, my whole life I've had really bad anxiety and depression.
Okay.
And it's crazy. I didn't start smoking weed actually until I was 23.
Okay, did that help you?
Bro, yeah, that's why I started smoking.
Nice.
And that's crazy because growing up, even my woman, like at that time, I'd be like, go in the garage. I don't want to smell that shit. I didn't even like my clothes smell like smell. I used to trip. And I'd be like, go brush your teeth. I don't want to lick no ashtray before she kissed me. I was the most. I was the most. And now, yeah, like I smoke a half ounce every day.
A half ounce a day?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It just depends. If it's personal use, I could probably do 7 grams. But you know, sometimes I'll be like at a studio or I'll be hosting or I'll just be around other people. Or sometimes it calls just for, you know, to smoke with people.
Oh yeah. Well, if I'm doing like radio or something or whatever, we're just
so you already know
rotating.
Yeah, you already know.
Okay, so what are we about to roll up?
Man.
I'm gonna say shout out to these watermelon camo hemp wraps from The Drop because they're fucking fire.
I love watermelon.
So I'm gonna roll these up. We also have some hemp cones from Vibes. I've been on my hemp shit because I smoked blunts my whole life, and then I switched to White Owls when I moved here because the Dutchess like broke up.
They're hella dry, yeah, motherfuckers.
People are like, "Will you smoke a White Owl?" Like what?
Yeah.
And then so now I'm on hemp because I realized I smoked since I was 13. I'm gonna smoke for the rest of my life. So like I don't want to lose my throat or my lip. You know, feel like one of those people in the Marlboro commercial. I just want to smoke weed. No thanks.
I just wanted a real fat blunt. Right.
This is what it
I
looks
rolled
like.
doinkers my whole life. Yeah. I'm not making fun of y'all whatsoever. Sorry.
So at what age do you start rapping?
8.
Okay, so you're rapping and playing everything. Okay.
I loved rapping. It was crazy. I got picked up actually by Snoop Dogg in 2001 at the Up and Smoke tour. It was Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Ice Cube, Dub C, a bunch of like legends. I was not supposed to be in there, me or my sister. It was like
right. You're 9 years old, front row.
Everyone's smoking weed. Everyone's smoking weed. Like we still have the video to this day because they gave it to us, signed it. I have his whole jumpsuit from that whole show, the blue rag jumpsuit. Like, so anyways, we only reason we was in the front row. And in the venue was because my mom dated the head of security. So we was in that.
Mama had the plug.
Yeah, and my fucking rappers would just look down randomly and just be like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, in the middle of his set, people just like, what? Picked me up over the rail, put me on stage, and the rest was history, man. And the crowd went crazy.
So Snoop Dogg brings you
on the stage.
On the stage at 9.
on the
Monumental moment in your life?
Crazy, yeah. And then what was wild after that, so we went on there with 2 different stops. We went to Albuquerque. We were in Denver, Colorado at the time. We went to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I forgot the other city. I think it's Phoenix. We went to 2 different stops with them. And we kept a contact throughout the years, and now, like, I'm 13 now, so I'm rapping more. My lyrical content's way better, you know? Like, I feel like I'm a real artist now. And so I broke off with this producer named Terrence Martin. And then that same year, I ended up linking with The Game. He pulled me on stage.
Oh, shit.
He ended up pulling me. I was just like, this is great. And we just keep pulling me on stage. It's so random. Yeah, I got put up on stage again. And then I broke off from him to T-Pain. And yeah, just after that, I just kept running with it on my own. And yeah, crazy stories. But I believe everything happens for a reason. And for those chances to happen, it's crazy. I went on a bunch of stops with T-Pain for the I Am Music Tour. It was T-Pain, Lil Wayne, Carrie Hilson, and Gym Class Heroes.
So are you just on the tour bus with them, or are you on like your own
I was
bus?
riding around. I was with them, and I was smart. If I knew we were going to this next city, I'm hitting clubs in advance wherever people are hosting. I'm like, oh, I'm on a tour. They don't even know. I'm not performing in this city. And I'm getting booked for after parties and shit. I'm not even 21. I'm not even supposed to be in this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're a real hustler.
Yeah, I'm being smart. I'm like, all right, we're going to be in this city next. So I'm calling ahead. Where are we hosting at? Where are we doing this? I'm trying to figure shit out. I'm like, hey, I'm on a tour. Because, you know, on major tours, some artists don't perform in certain cities.
Okay.
So certain artists have bigger. Yeah, or let's just say we go to Atlanta. Instead of me having Travis Scott on the tour that night, I may bring out Migos or something. Do you get what I'm saying? Just because they're from that area.
Right.
Yeah, so some tours, certain artists come, and fill in. Yeah, so I was just hitting them up like, yeah, I'm not on this one. I'm chilling. I'm still trying to get it back. I'm here. We'll do a wop. I'll get y'all in. I had the juice. I had pull. Nice. So I was swinging shit. You know what I'm saying? And whether you knew or not, at the end of the day, if someone's walking the walk and talking the talk, you with it. But yeah, but I was blowing up though only from the fact that I was on the road and I was being put in so many different shots and scenarios and hitting all these events, you know what I'm saying? So I started blowing up fast, so it was cool.
So your mom is still with the tour bus driver?
You know, still to this day, so like that's the man I actually know is like my father because my biological father wasn't around. Uh-huh. And I met him when I was so young too, like he's been around literally ever since. But yeah, he was T-Pain's personal tour bus driver. And I was sitting I skipped school that day. I was sitting in the lobby. I was waiting for artists to come out just to rap to them. That's what threw them off because I wasn't asking for pictures and shit. I was like, listen to me rap. And T-Pain was like, what? He was just like, I remember still to this day, he was with DJ Lil Boy, Tay Dizzle, Jay Lyric. He was just with his artists at the time, but I still remember everyone to this day. And this is when he first came out with I'm in Love with a Stripper, a rapper turned singer album. And he was like, man, come with us. And he literally, all right, I grabbed my bag and walked with them onto the tour bus. And I'm sitting on the tour bus now, my first time ever on a tour bus. I'm just sitting here. I remember the Little John Snap Your Fingers was on the TV.
How old are you at this point?
12, probably 12, 13.
Wow.
But yeah, and then I wasn't even on there for like 3 minutes. And then this dude walks on. I was like, all right, let's go. And then he looks the fuck up. He goes, who the fuck is this kid? And then T-Pain, his real name is Fahim. I be calling him Fahim. Fahim goes, oh man, he cool. His manager goes, he's like, look how young he is. You gotta call his mom. Like, what are you doing? You just can't have this kid on the tour bus? No one thought about that. You know what I'm saying? So then I call my mom. I'm like, nah, it's cool, man. It's cool. I'm like, Mom. That's right hand of God, man. I'll call my mom right now. I was like, hey, Mom. I'm like, I'm on the tour bus with T-Pain. We going to Cherry Creek Mall. And my mom, she was just like, what? I was just like, yeah. I was like, his manager wants to talk to you, but you got to meet us there. And she, showing up, man, got off the phone. My mom pulls up, meet us is there. As soon as the tour bus driver locked eyes, and my mom have been together ever since.
Damn. What a story.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like my parents' story is literally because of me. If I didn't skip school that day and be just the person that I am and just trying to rap to people, they would have never met.
Right.
Yeah, crazy.
So what's the craziest thing you've seen on tour?
Man. Just be freaky, nasty sexual shit. Or people like will try to do anything to like.
Wait, what do you mean? Like just giant orgies? Like what's the craziest shit?
Podcast? I walked into a room and it was someone from the tour. I'm not gonna name drop. He wasn't big, but it was like, let's say if it was one of my homies you walked in on, you'd just be something, you know what I'm saying? So someone who was on the tour that's major, I walked in on his homie in one of the rooms. I'm not even joking because we was just going from room to room and he was getting hit with a strap on. He was weird. From
the girl or the guy?
Undercover shit was what shit.
Oh yeah.
But everyone's into their own kiki shit, their own little thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I would have never expected that or seen that or guessed that.
I mean, they say like half of the people in Like LA and all them, they have those, crazy sex parties. You have to know because you've been around fucking celebrities.
I was just gonna say, I lived in Hollywood. I moved out to Hollywood literally the year that COVID hit, just last year. And it sucks. It pissed me off because literally I moved there. Everything was open for like 4 months and then bam, everything got shut the fuck down.
Yeah.
So I didn't really experience it at the level I could have. I lived right there in Hollywood. Right from my balcony, I saw Griffith Observatory and the Hollywood sign. Hollywood Boulevard was 4 minutes away, like down the hill from my house. And yeah, Holly weird. There's definitely some weird shit. But the people who are really on that weird shit are people who are just like of that caliber, just really up there. You know what I'm saying? But I could see why, in a sense. You're touring all the time, fucking bad bitches and having threesomes and foursomes, whatever, and doing all this. You go back to regular town, you're trying to be with this one woman and have this relationship and just live normal and not fucking know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the girl may get down or not, but that's just been my experience. I may be with a woman and she may be like, oh, I'm very this way. I only want you for me, and I'm not gonna do this, and I'm not gonna do that or live this way, or we can't do this or that. And I'm just like, well, that's not me at all. And that's not really gonna work out because that's not gonna really please me and be aesthetic and keep me there the whole time. You understand what I'm saying? Only because I'm so used to living a certain way.
So do you believe in like polygamy and all that? Like, or do you just believe in like open relationships?
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. You can tell me the title about how I get down personally. And I've always been open about how I live, so I don't give a fuck. But my woman's my woman, period, point blank. But I will let my woman get other dick elsewhere, for example, because I feel like my woman should be my porn star too. If I'm gone, I'm on the road, and for some reason you're not here, you want to get some dick tonight? Hey, get some dick. But I have to see. You got to make me a video. Period, point blank. Like that's just how I've always been. But only because I was always with women, we're fucking other women together and doing shit. So at some point in time, I was just like, well, I've always had this. Let me ask a woman. I was literally on a flight. And I asked the woman I was with at the time, I was like, hey, have you ever wanted to do this? We always done my shit. Like, what about you as a woman? And I just look at it hand in hand. Women and men, we one and the same. You know, dudes always want to be a woman. Like, women nasty just like us. Women is nasty just like us.
You're in CA, like, bitch, you want to do this?
Nah, just the only thing is I won't have no man touch me, and I can't touch no man. But anything else, like, I'm not.
Can
tripping.
you be in the same room though?
Yeah,
like if your balls don't touch?
my woman at the same time. Yeah, I'm not tripping.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was gonna be one of my questions. Can you keep relationships in as an artist? Because I feel like there's no way you can be just with one person.
As weird as it is, because I'm very upfront, it's hard for me to find women. Only because I tell them how I live and they don't like it. They either want to be like me all on them all on me.
You probably need somebody like in like the sex industry. You ever think of that?
I've been around. That's the thing. That I've dated a few major porn stars, but those bitches is weird. They're weird.
I don't know.
They're weird.
I'm a good wingman. No name. I'll try my best to find you some freaks.
Weird.
And then, anyone want to 7 some?
You stupid. Hey, nah, but for real, it's crazy too. I'm very honest. Like, I'm not hiding shit, but it's crazy. You'd be surprised.
You have to be honest. Because you can't start anything off.
Because so many women I tell this to, they're like, "You're a lie. I know you got bitches lined up," and I'll be like, "Don't get me wrong. Yeah, women always be trying to hit, but it's just I literally will tell you.
Well, you got to be selective with your dick too. You can't just be throwing it around.
Especially when it gets you in trouble.
You older now, shit, right? If you know it's probably just coming with some other shit.
Yeah, nah. Especially when you got good dick, you can't do that.
Here we go.
You'll get in trouble. You'll get in trouble for that shit. Women know. Women know if you got good, it's
I'd say at this point, good dick can't do anything for me. Like, you got to have good dick plus a good mental because, like...
Facts.
You know? But then it turns into that fine line, which is, like, it's annoying, so...
I feel like a woman selecting how they take dick depends on where they're at in their life. Because if a woman really don't have shit going for her, she be trying to look for like in-home dick and try to stay with dudes. Because like, I'm gonna tell you how women work. I'm gonna tell you the level of women that come around. I've had women that I'm like, yo, like it's time to leave, and they just been like I'm literally like get people out of my house. Like that's weird. And then you have women that are like independent and shit and got their own shit, and they're like, I don't need a man unless I want some dick or to be held. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
there's levels of women.
And then
things like 3 or 4.
But it's
levels.
weird because Vegas is just weird in general. So like, if anyone's trying to find anything out here, good luck. You're going to find a lot of weirdos.
It's a trip. Or it's going to be a lot of people in the sex industry or hoes or dudes that think they pimps or rappers. Or they shitty gamblers.
The huge. All right, so we just smoked these hemp wraps, these vibes from the drop. Did you like them? Oh, can you put your mic back?
Look, that's how you know I'm high. I forgot we was recording still. We're back. We're live.
Did you? Would you like better the hemp or the watermelon?
The watermelon, only because I like rolling fat and I could put a lot in like wraps like that.
Right.
I could put a lot in there.
Yeah.
I could roll doinkers like I could roll in woods.
Shout out to you. And then I've been eating these since I got them, but
that's my people's cocoa nuts. Coco Nuts?
Yeah.
That's literally my peoples.
Really?
Yo, shout out Coco Nuts, Flock 550. All my
Shout
people
out
at Packwoods
to you,
out in
Coco
LA.
Nuts. We eating the
You know
cookies
what I'm
and
saying?
cream over here. Here.
Oh, yes. I fuck with these. Oh, fumble on the play. That's a big ass nugget right over there. Thank you.
Can you spit something for us? I know we're like super fucking high now, but
Can you put an instrumental on there?
yeah, which one do
I
you
don't
want?
care. Okay. Feel like I'm on the radio. She about the random. Yeah, Young John. Look. Yeah. I'm never half stepping. My Gucci shoe, these are size 11. I'm preaching like the Reverend. Fuck around, send you to heaven. I'm rolling crazy shit to get you super high. I'm high as giraffe pussy. I'm high as eagle danger if I can't stand it. These boys, they can't stand it, so let them take a seat. They can't compete. I'm blind like Stevie Wonder. I ain't worried about y'all. Or that's your girl while I make that pussy change at menopause. I'm in the draws every day, daily. Tell them it's no name lane. Fuck you, pay me. Yeah. I came here to get it off though. I crack your shell and that's a taco. Yes, I'm blessed at you running through my veins. Everything I do insane. Remember, yeah, like give me another beat. Like what's up? Like I really freestyle.
No name lane.
Kick her free with me. Yeah, you know what's crazy too about freestyling? The best freestyles, what makes a good freestyle is when you don't think, you can't think. Because when you think, you try to piece too much shit together. Like I tell people all the time, people like, I'll be telling people to freestyle with me, they'd be afraid to. I'm like, why? I'm like,
I call everybody out that comes on the show. I'm like, you're an artist, fucking let's hear it.
facts.
Right?
If you really do this, like.
Because I'm used to hearing people like in the cypher, like just like fuck it, you
Yeah,
know? Like
yo, you should get fed. Like, I don't understand that. A lot of people, though, they do get intimidated. There'll be times where, like, where someone will rap first and I'll get intimidated and I want to go. But if you're a real artist or you really a beast, you're going to be like, ugh, let me go. Now let me up you one, you know? So that's how it should be. But that's how you can tell real fast who's the real, I call it MCs. Because at that point,
right.
if you an MC, this isn't anyone could do hip-hop music, sit down and write songs and sit down. Anyone can do that. We can piece a song together. But to really go off the top of your head, and just have, that's why I sit back and awe sometimes with certain artists or people and I just be like, whoa.
Who's your favorite artist?
Of course I'm about to say myself, but outside of me, who has crazy freestyles? I'm not talking freestyles right now, I'm talking like favorite freestylers. My top 3 favorite freestylers right now gotta be Simba, Action Bronson. I'm gonna have to go with Sari the Kid. He out of Atlanta. Those 3 right now, crazy. Like they say some shit where I'm like, whoa.
All right, No Name Lane. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We high as fuck. We still passing these everything.
Yeah.
Shout out to the drop. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Yo, shout out. We talked about it so much. Shout out Mom Dukes. Shout out DJ Victory. Shout out DJ Psych. Those are my 2 DJs. Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. Everyone over at BK MMA, Team Relentless, my fight team, man. Shout out to y'all. Dewey Cooper. Be safe. Get back from the UK. Get another world title. What up, what up? It's your boy NoNameLn. You're tuned in to Faded Truth. Make sure you press that subscribe button below. You bitch.
Until next time. Peace.
Shake her ass off. Pat run shots, take them to the face. She said she got girls, we gon' need another case. Don't be hitting on my phone, you not consistent. All up in my face with no vision. Don't be worried about how the fuck I'm living. Don't be coming back around me switching.